Hey, this is Politics with Laura. I'm politically incorrect. Political correctness is a problem with the world today. Now, question. Can Donald Trump overcome the weaponization or the weaponized attacks against him for asking one question about the elections? Was there fraud involved? Now, Donald Trump is hated by both sides. Hated by both sides. And because for me, I'm independent. Now, I was a lifelong Democrat, so I understand that side of it. I'm learning about the sides of the Republican side. And Republicans are basically saying, look, um, less government handouts and do more for yourself. And I get that. I get that. Now, that's what Donald Trump is saying. Do more for yourself. Nothing wrong with that at all. But when he said there was fraud, I should have won. I used to think that it came from a place of arrogance. I did. I really did believe that until I just start looking at what Joe Biden was doing. Yeah. Joe Biden has done a lot. Um, there's stuff that I have on my Instagram page that I can't put here because I'm already shadow banned enough, and I don't even have 1,000 subscribers, and they're shadow banning me. So apparently, I must be doing something right. So, oh man, but let me, okay. This is quite interesting right here. Trump White House officials confirm knowledge of Michigan voter fraud report in 2020 claims where there was an arrest. Bill Barr allegedly killed it. Now, Bill Barr, him by himself, I have a problem with. Huge problem because he goes back to the 80s. And I'm gonna leave that right there. Yeah, Bill Barr. Mm. Okay, where was I? Okay, here it says Thursday, a former Trump administration general counsel, personnel, police operator, excuse me, police operations, Andrew Colster joined Steve Bannon in the war room to discuss the Muscone, Michigan 2020 voter fraud scandal. Okay. Now, before you start saying, oh, Steve Bannon, oh, these are Trump people, oh, listen to what they have to say before you start shutting your ears off, because there might be something that may ring true to you. A lot of times we get so caught up in the parties that we don't look or can't see the craziness that's going on in front of us because we have these rose colored glasses. Okay. Okay. Uh, Andrew Kloster said he notified Bill Barr, the DOJ, and Barr and his cronies smacked him down and killed the investigation. The Gateway pundit journalist Patty McMurray and Ben Westmore have extensive reporting on this scandal, have been reported on this scandal all week. Now, he said the investigation had been buried by politicians, government investigations, and the press. Why? On October 8th, 2020, 1 month more before the 2020 general election, Musk, oh my goodness, Muscon. Okay, I'm just going to say Musk, Michigan. A city clerk, Ann Meisher, noticed a black female whose name was later redacted from the police report, dropping off between 8 to 10,000 completed voter registration applications, and the city clerk's office clerk Meshan immediately noticed that the stacks of registration included the same handwriting, non-existent addresses, and incorrect telephone numbers. Musk Police Department was contacted and asked to investigate. The 10/21/2020 First Lieutenant Mike Anderson was contacted by Tom Fabus, the Chief of Investigation for Michigan Attorney General Dana Nielsen's office, according to the Michigan State Police report. Fab asked the Michigan State Police office assistant for a joint investigation of alleged voter fraud being conducted by the Musk Police Department and the AG. Now, it goes on. I'm not going to read the entire article. I'm just going to get to the damning parts. Okay, when the police inspector, the GB strategies officer near Musk, they found semi-automatic guns, silencers, oh my goodness, suppressors, burner phones, and bags of prepaid cash cards. Oh wow. And incomplete registration in the office space that was styled as an eyeglass store that had gone defunct. There was never any arrest, but the investigation has turned over to the FBI, where where it went to die. Just like all other Democratic voter fraud investigations back in November 2020, Bill Barr appointed a notorious DOJ attorney who covered up voter fraud crimes. So we can say, okay, Donald Trump, let it go. But why should he? You had Bernie Sanders during that election to where when he was going against Hillary Clinton, he would not concede because he said that she did something. Her team did something. He wasn't able to prove it, but he said it. Now, I believe it. Looking back on Hillary Clinton and her husband's history, I believe it. And that's just there. That right there's in Michigan. I'm going to jump to Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania goes back and forth between Democratic and Republican, back and forth. But the former Pennsylvania representative pleads guilty to election fraud charges. So it seems like that Donald Trump may need an apology. Um, I thought, you know, Trump, let it go. But then again, when you are a business person, you're business minded, you're pure business, there is right and wrong, there is unscrupulous business people, and then there are good business practices. Now, wherever you may put Trump, That is your individual thing. I'm just keeping it general. If a business person was screwed over, they're coming after you. You're not going to screw me over and think it's okay. They don't lay down and just fall at the wayside. No, they're going to come after you, fight you, take you to court because they want that remedy. What you did was wrong and you're not getting away with it. All right. Here. Okay, the former representative Michael Ozzie Meyer, 72, pled guilty to conspiracy to deprive voters of their civil rights, bribery, obstruction of justice, falsification of voting records, and conspiring to vote illegally in federal elections for orchestrating a scheme to stuff the ballots boxes fraudulently for specific Democratic candidates in all state elections from 2014 to 2018. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my goodness. He admitted to bribing the 39th Ward, 36th Ward Division Judge Dominic DeMoro, who has been convicted for his role in accepting bribes to cast fraudulent ballots and certifying false voting results for the election, according to the Department of DOJ. Now, I'm glad the Department of DOJ is doing more than being weaponized. They're actually doing what they're getting paid to do. My tax dollars actually is going to work. Okay. The voting is the cornerstone of our democracy. Okay, I'm not going to debate that. The U.S. Attorney Jennifer Williams, even if one vote has been legally cast, or if the integrity of just one vote official is compromised, it diminishes the faith and process. And yeah, oh yeah, I mean, you have people who are beyond pissed off. They're upset. They believe what's going on is wrong. And oh, wow, I see. I'm sorry. Hey Carla J, how you doing? I'm sorry. Trump wins 2024. Please forgive me. I didn't have it. Yeah, can democracy survive Trump's attack? Well, okay, first, Carl, are you still here? I can't see if you're still here or not, but I'm glad you answered the question. Um, Democracy right now is being weaponized, and it's being weaponized, and this is simply my opinion, okay? From from what I see, even if you go to my Instagram page, Politics with Laura, um, there and I can't play it here because they'll shut it down, say it's disinformation, and it's coming out of Joe Biden's mouth. He said that he had to find ways to stop Trump, and I'm paraphrasing, to stop Trump. Now, Trump is hated by both sides. He's hated by the Republicans and Democrats. So if one man is hated by two parties, you need to check him out. I'm sorry. He's hated by both sides. Um, Chuck Schumer just decided oh man, when Trump first got elected, Lindsey Graham basically came out and said that he was going to eliminate him in some way, but Trump is not attacking. I believe Trump is not attacking democracy, and democracy only comes from the Congress, the Senate. That's only where democracy comes from. We're not talking about the Republic. So if Trump is questioning what they're doing, that's not attacking, that's questioning what they're doing. And from what I just read, you see what they're doing. They are messing with the election to fit the people that they want to win. Now, if you just take off a day of work to cast your vote, because one person, one vote is part of the republic, a representative republic, not and we could debate a democracy on another video, then it's not attacking, it's questioning, it's pointing, hey, there's something wrong here. Do we just let it go? And the next election that happens, and then the person that gets in that you don't want, then it's going to be an issue. I think, in my opinion, that we need to not look at the individual parties, but we need to look at the country and the voting and to keep it from being spoiled. That's what I think. Um, Trump wins 2024. You know, from what I see, the more Democrats do, they indicted him in New York City by Al Braggs. You dirtbag. You got paid off. Oh man, look, he got paid off by the Soros family. So we already know it's in the bag with that group of people. And he's going after him because Trump, again, um, whether you like it or not, he's not liked by both sides. But for George Soros and his family to put money in uh Al Bragg's super PAC to where he can touch that slush fund, and that's exactly what it is, a slush fund. We needed to. Mm, I don't want to get this video taken down. And DeSantis called it out. Now, I'm not a big DeSantis fan. I think he's a jerk on so many different levels, but he did tell the truth. The more they do, the more they make people look like me, look into it and say, why are they coming after this guy? Why is Trump so dangerous? I mean, he's a jerk, yeah. He says things all out of his mouth, all out of left field, but is it wrong? No, you just don't like the way he said it. But it's true. Pennsylvania. Back to Pennsylvania. Um, okay, DOJ. Okay, voting is the cornerstone of our democracy, said US. Did I read? Is this Pennsylvania? Yeah. Okay, voting is a cornerstone of our democracy, said the U.S. Attorney General. I already read that. The moral brought. Okay, I already read that. Myers also admitted to conspiring, committing fraud. Okay, I already read that. Myers, a Democrat, representative of Pennsylvania in the first congressional district between 1976 to 1980, until he was convicted of bribery charges stemming from an FBI sting operation. I'm glad you're doing a better job, FBI, besides going to Twitter and using social media for your own agenda for the Democratic Party. Yeah, good job. Protect us and stop screwing up with the voting. Stay out of it. They may defund your butts. Okay, I'm sorry, I digress. Charges stemming from the FBI sting operation and sentenced to 3 years in prison. He was caught accepting $50,000 bribe from an undercover FBI agent who posed as an Arab sheik. He should have known $50,000 from an Arab sheik. He should have at least got about 50 million. Just my thought. He should have known. Sheiks are rich. You dummy. Okay. Sheik's interest in obtaining building permits and a casino license in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and was expelled from Congress in a 367 to 30 votes in 1980, shortly after being found guilty. So, yeah, there most definitely was fraud, and it seems like where he been having issues are the states to where the fraud was. Um, New York, Georgia. I'm waiting for. Wait a minute, Arizona. I got to look into that. I don't want to say anything that isn't true. But here, New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, Trump. I can't see the top. But this is from the Boston Globe. In court, a fleet of lawyers representing former President Donald Trump in his three criminal indictment is assembled in multiple layered defense, hoping the legal maneuvers and claims about his intent in free speech rights, in his bookkeeping practices, starved the conviction. On the road, Trump headlines handles himself. Yeah, okay, he got a little bit triggered. There was 1 second. I'm sorry. There was never a second of a day that I hadn't believed the election was rigged. I told the roaring crowd in Windham, New Hampshire, on Tuesday, directly addressing the question about the state of mind after the 2020 election, and I'm sorry, that will be centered of the prosecution's attempt to prove he broke laws while trying to hold on to power. Now, it wasn't hold. I don't think it was holding on to power. No, it was about him questioning. So if he questioned, hey, um, there was fraud there. People were telling my people that I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. And some of us we do that. Sometimes I do that. I'm like, man, I don't like your candidate. I'm voting for that candidate because your candidate is a dirtbag. I mean, I do. Well, right there's just me. I just tell you, come out and tell you. But here's an interesting thing, and I know many people have said this, but I'm going to say this here. You have Hillary Clinton. She questioned. The biggest one was Al Gore and George Bush Jr. Man, Al Gore swelled up on George Bush like he was going to punch him in front of everybody. I'm like, oh my goodness. Go back and watch. I mean, and then George Bush was like, hey, what's up, man? It's a big guy. He was getting ready to slobber knock him. Go back and look at it. But, and even Al Gore sued, and then at some point he was like, forget about it. It is what it is. I'm tired. Was he indicted? No. When George Bush won, through the I wouldn't say through the electoral process, but I would say he won through the Supreme Court. He won there. Were there any indictments? No. When there was between Barack Obama and what's his name, Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, he questioned a little bit. Were there any indictments? No. So my question is this: what makes Donald Trump so special to where he's being indicted by Democratic areas? That's just a simple question. A simple question on that. So I would strongly suggest, this is just simply my opinion to you, is that look at the party and not the person. If you start putting everything into a person, they'll always fail you. I'm looking at what they're doing to Donald Trump. Not necessarily that I like him. I think he's a dirtbag, but I have to say he has done some pretty good things for this country. I believe when he was president, getting us out of NATO was the best thing. Oh my goodness. NATO is an illegal organization that should have been disbanded in 1992 when Russia or the Soviet Union collapsed. They were supposed to disband. If you look at their mission statement, which I find quite interesting, why the United States went against Russia when they were an ally, but I'm not going to get into the historical part of it. Read that for yourself. But Russia collapsed or Soviet Union collapsed, and then it's a federation of Russia, and they still exist, taking over the Warsaw Pact countries because Russia did not want capitalism at its doorstep. But even when Russia said, okay, I want to be a part of NATO, and they said no. Got my theories why. I'll do another live stream on that. I have my theories why. And theories that I'm pretty sure I can well, there's evidence proving my theory. Because they're out there. And if you look at my other videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. But Trump, the more you go after him, the more people are looking at the Democratic Party and seeing the desperation. Oh, Democratic Party, as I said in my video I just upload today in what was it, New Hampshire? I'm sorry, Massachusetts. Um, you're losing, and you are most definitely subverting the Constitution. You are bringing people here and making them Democrats, and they're not even here legally. They didn't even go through the process, the vetting process. You're just saying, "Hey, come on in and be a Democrat, and we'll give you everything through taxpayers' money." Oh, you're done. You are so done. Like I said in my other video, you'll be lucky if you are elected a crossing guard. On that note, please like, subscribe. If you don't like the video, dislike the video, subscribe, and then tell me what you didn't like about the video. And please be factual. That would be very helpful. On that note, I want to thank you. You could be anywhere which you are, but you're watching me. I want to thank you. Bye.